And then members, they're also placed in the pay leg. Now, this is really important. We are placing any of your members that come in for 9.95 into your pay leg, right? This is in the binary, in the front tree. So the front tree, the binary is all the 9.95 memberships, and it's also the initial purchase of $50 to become a distributor. The last category are actual distributors. In order to become a distributor, you're going to pay $59.95, which includes your first $9.95 for your first month's membership. That enables you to receive commissions. So you're going to participate in the pay plan, but you're also going to have access to wholesale purchasing, and you can sign up members and retail customers. So really, the distributors, and I'm going to say this for a price of a nice dinner, right? You can join a company. That's our biggest pack. Isn't that great? 59 bucks. It's our biggest pack. And so I think it's pretty awesome. Okay, next slide, please. All right, we're going to get into the bonuses. There's a couple of ways to earn money. I'm going to be a little detailed, even though it is super simple, because I really want to nail a few points home. Number one, your retail customers. Your retail customers are people like I just described. They're going to come to your site and look at some of the items that we have, and they can purchase the products, right? They can purchase the products, and every time they do, you're going to get a commission on what they purchased, and they're placed frontline to you. So in this diagram below, you're going to see that there are 3 distributors and there are 2 retail customers. You're also going to notice that this is your enrollment tree. Your enrollment tree tracks everyone that you personally bring in and everyone that they personally bring in and everybody that they personally bring in. So I just described your first 3 levels in your enrollment tree, right? Enrollment trees really pay you for being active in building the business. Okay, next slide. Now we're calling this one the travel and wholesale membership bonus. Basically, you know how when you come in, it's $59.95. We know that $9.95 is for the first month's membership. The other $50 is the enrollment fee. And what we do is anybody that you bring in, if you bring in somebody, they sign up for $59.95. Of the $50 for the enrollment fee, we're going to pay you $25. So you're going to get half of that. So if you bring in 4 people at $59.95, you're going to make $100. And you can bring in as many people as you want. And every time you do it, right away for your second bonus, comes really quickly, $25 or half the enrollment amount goes to you. All right. So you can do that on month 1, on month 2, month 3. There's no stopping to how many people you can bring in. And remember, we're not like a typical MLM where we have these, $600 packs, these $1,200 packs or $3,000 packs. You're not going to need to talk about holding tanks and all that stuff to try to convince people to spend the big bucks. You're asking people to come in on a membership, on a distributorship to earn money for $59.95, which is really, really low, so excited about that. Next slide. Okay, now we talked about the $50 on the enrollment fee, and we talked about the $9.95 for the first month, $59.95. So we pay, as I just mentioned, $50. We pay 25 of the $50, but on the $9.95, we pay $5. So what we're really telling you is that when you bring in 2 people, if you come in for $59.95 and you bring in 2 people at $59.95, you've just paid for your investment into ShoppyShop. See how simple that is? Bring in 2 and your membership and your first month are paid for. So when we talk about building value into our platform, we're already, for most of you, you're going to be at value, or all of you are going to be at value right away just because of our services. But in regards to our comp plan, how to make your money back quickly is super important, right? Because we talk about this a lot. A lot of people want to know, how quickly can I make my money back? Well, 2 people, you've made your money back. If you bring in 3 people the first month, you've more than made your money back. If you bring in 5 people, 10 people, 12 people, and next month you bring in 3 people, you're making over what you're spending every single month, and you haven't even got into the products, right? We haven't had any product purchases yet. So this is something we're super excited about. Now, the 995s, okay, they all go into that binary tree. So if you look on the left side there, you're going to see that this person brought in, it looks like one, two, three, four, five distributors, placed them on their left leg. They placed one distributor on their right leg, and they've got two members on their right leg. So anytime you bring a member in, our computer, our software, our program will put them in your pay leg, which is really great because your pay leg is going to be where you want them to go because that's what you get paid on every single week. So you have a company that's not trying to force your members into your power leg that you don't get paid on. You have a company that wants the system to intuitively put members into your pay leg. Now, the pay leg could be the left side or the right side. It could flip. It may or may not, but just know that they're going to go into the side that makes you money, right? So, how many of you think you can get two people to sign up your first month at 59.95, right? So this is the beauty of the program. It's very simple, but we make sure we bet with our distributors because we want you to make money and put your members into that pay leg. On the right hand side, you're going to see the enrollment tree. On the enrollment tree, you're going to notice that in the unilevel or the enrollment tree, which pays weekly, by the way, that the 50% it's going to get paid and they're going to be placed frontline too as well. So it's kind of you'll learn, about these two trees and how they work. But the main point that I want to make is that you're going to take 50% of that initial sign up fee. Next slide. Okay, month two. Let's say that you come in for 59.95 and it's January. Now February rolls along and the 995 memberships all go into the tree. They're all going into that binary, right? What we're going to do is we're going to pay you 20% on your weak leg. So as your every single week, we count the volume up on your power leg and on your pay leg, and we pay you 20% of your pay leg ongoing every single week. Now, remember what it takes to get people in there. Remember that your members are also in there, right? So it's not just distributors, it's members. So the more value that we create with our program, the more easy it's going to be to put members in there coming at 995 who may or may not want to work the business, but a lot of them will probably come on a little bit later on. I've seen it happen over and over again. Next slide. Okay, this is our unilevel bonus. There's a couple of things I want to point out. We are 4 levels deep on our unilevel. The unilevel is tied directly to product sales. It's paid every single week. And as I mentioned, pays 4 levels on the personal enrollment tree. So again, whoever you bring in and whoever they bring in, we pay on those 4 levels. And we pay, as you can see, 20% on that first level, 10% on the second level, 5 and 5 on the third and fourth level. So for an example, if you're a team builder gold, you're going to be picking up 35% on a total amount of your first 3 levels, right? 20 on your first, 10 on your second, and 5 on your third. And remember, as your organization grows, typically there are a lot more people on your fourth level than there are on your third level. And similarly, there are going to be more people typically on your third level than your second level. So the unit level is very, very simple. We have 4 ranks. There's 5 listed there. The first one is really an entry position. We call it Smart Shopper. There's just somebody who came in, they paid their sign up fee, but they probably really haven't engaged much in the business. Then we have, of course, the team builder, the team builder silver, the team builder gold, and the team builder platinum. Okay, next slide. Now let's talk about qualifying. This is something that I think you guys will really like because we made this so simple. We made it where people didn't have to jump through a ton of hoops to be able to hit any kind of rank. So let's take example. Let's go with team builder. To be a team builder, you need a monthly 995 membership that you're paying. You need a personal volume of $9.95. So I just told you that outside of yourself, you don't need any other volume to qualify for Team Builder. Okay. The organizational volume, you're going to need 500 in organizational volume, meaning that throughout your front binary tree and your unilevel tree, you're going to have 500 in volume there to get you to the rank of Team Builder. You're also going to need to bring in you're going to need to have one person who's active in the compensation plan, right? One active distributor. So he made it super simple. If you bring in two people on your very first month, the only thing that you're going to miss is the 500 in organizational volume, which you can get through their product purchases and their memberships. So super simple. Now, there is a mistake on this slide. The weekly cap does not pertain to the rank qualifying. The weekly cap only pertains to the binary, and we capped that at 25,000 a week. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll repost the correct comp plan for you guys later tonight or tomorrow. Next slide, please. All right, let's talk about bonus pools. You know, most companies to hit a bonus pool, you've got to be like a double, triple diamond, right? And this is kind of part of the comp plan explanation where, if you haven't built a huge team before, you're probably like, all right, we're here at the bonuses. I'll probably never hit them because it's triple and quadruple diamonds. Not in this case. What we do is the bonus pool starts at the team builder silver level. Okay. Trish, can you go back one slide on let's look at the team builder silver level. This means that to hit the first bonus pool, you need an active 9.95 a month membership. You need a total of $50 dollars in volume, right? Which means yourself or people below you, and you're going to need an organizational volume of 2,500. If you do that, which is very doable in my opinion, you're now going to take one share. Back to the other slide, Trisha, you're going to take one share of the global bonus for silvers. So let's say that in month one, we have 10 people qualify for the silver bonus pool, right? What ends up happening is that each person that qualifies gets one share. And what the company does is the company takes that share against the organizational volume of the whole company and pays. So they take 5% of the entire organizational volume of the company and they divide that by, in this case, 10 shares because 10 people qualified. So I hope that's simple enough. If you again hit the next bonus pool of gold, a gold team builder, you're going to end up with another share. And here's the beautiful thing. The more bonus pools you hit, you qualify for. So in some comp plans, you only get whatever percentage of whatever rank you hit or bonus pool you hit. In this company, it's entirely possible to qualify for all three bonus pools, right? And so you're taking a share into each of the three bonus pools. So you're really getting paid on three pools every month, which we think is going to be a really great bonus for those of you who are willing to get out there and share the ShoppyShop opportunity. All right, a couple other things. Qualified at rank, distributors share the pools. I just talked about that. Just wanted to read the slides to make sure I was hitting everything. Next slide, please. Okay, that's it. That's our compensation plan. It's really simple. It's simple to explain. I know I kind of went in detail about a bunch of things, but I really wanted to point out a little bit more in depth of how these bonuses work. So really all we're doing, guys, is we're inviting people to come in as members to our shopping club for $9.95. If they want to get a paycheck and build a business, they're coming at $59.95. And of course, bring two in, you are now paid for. We paid for your membership. Bring two more in and you're not out of profit and you haven't even gotten into any of the other bonuses. They're all there for you. So that being said, Trisha, I think it's pretty simple. And I think that you guys are really going to love it. And we really wanted to find a way to reward a lot of people, not just 2% of the people or, 1%. We really wanted to find a way in this compensation plan where we could pay as many people as much money as possible. Now, why do we want to do that? Because we want great culture. We also want longevity. The more of you that are successful, the more successful we're going to be.